So this is how you do the colonial knot. Going to bring your needle up. And the needle goes under the thread, and then it's just going to go back over the thread. And then you want to come right next to where you were. Pull it snug before you pull your needle through. You don't want to go back down in the same exact hole, because otherwise then you're going to pull your knot the rest of the way through. Thread comes up, hold it, go under and over. These make great little, nubs at the end of a straight stitch, at the end of a feather stitch, kind of like little flower buds. So that's your colonial knot. But my favorite thing to do lately is a loopy colonial knot. Same idea. You're going to come up and go under and over. And this time, you're not going to be quite as precise about holding it really snug. You're going to let it be kind of loose. And so you get this little loop. And when you pile those together, and then you can come back over with maybe a different color and do some regular colonial knots or some French knots or some bullion knots in between, you can get some really great effects. And I'll show you some examples of those. So this can become a flower just by itself, looping these together. Go under, go over. And go back down, and that's your loopy colonial knot. Let me show you some examples. So here are some examples of colonial knots. These are the regular colonial knots in a pearl cotton that are just piled up on top of each other. Here we've got some that are loopy, looped ones just on their own. Mix them in with the bullion knots, you get a really neat effect. And this is something else that's fun. If you separate your embroidery floss, you can then make the loopy ones look a little bit differently when you make the knots. That's the colonial knot. I will see you next time.